The fallout between the Melanie King MTR collaboration is very similar to that of the Just Pearly Things Nick Fuentes Black YouTube situation, where now it's not even about the people like Just Pearly Things or Melanie King and MTR. It has become between the beef between the YouTubers who are actually going after each other because of the much larger beef. And today we're talking about two YouTubers who were on the same side just a few days ago, who now are going to war in the Black YouTube section. Let me play a clip of when it was just all good last week.
Mike TV, shout out to you, bruh. This is something that was needed. This is the collab that was needed. Listen, hold on, Mike TV. Can I say something to Melanie real quick?
Go ahead.
Melanie, I don't know what Mike's about to say or what's gonna come out of this man's mouth. So if you want to come up here and say something and prove him wrong before he goes crazy, you speak now. Or forever hold your peace, because I won't be able to stop what like he's ready back here. So
it's
go ahead, Mike.
And I'm smoking on that Melanie pack. What can I say?
I've been smoking since the start of this stream, brother.
Let's go. So check this out. As soon as you said Mike TV is backstage, that removed any possibility of Melanie joining this panel right here. Because Melanie knows last night I read through the lawsuit that her ex-husband filed against her. Melanie knows last night I had her sister on my show. Yeah. So if y'all want to see what Melanie King's
Wait, her sister was on your show?
Her sister was on my fucking panel. Her older sister, yes. Melanie, your sister is playing with the opposition, Melanie. Y'all ain't on code over there.
She over here laughing. Yeah. You over here laughing like it's funny. Woman, your house is not in order.
You see, those two YouTubers are Duke the Don and Mike TV. I have a closer I would say friendship or collaboration history with Duke the Don. I think he's a really funny guy, good YouTuber. He doesn't really take things so far. Whereas Mike TV, who I've never worked with, he's had some pretty interesting things to say about me. I've never responded to that, but you know, the one criticism I have about him, he seems to go like after people too far. And I've seen him do this with not only just like Melanie King, but like several YouTubers, like, and it gets like real personal about people that it seems like he doesn't even have any relationship to. And in Mike TV, he kind of gets so personal. You would think that the person was attacking him first and then he had to respond. But in the case of like Melanie King, the one criticism I have of him is she didn't put her personal information out there, her real first and last name. So just because you didn't like what happened on the MTR stream, it doesn't give any YouTuber the right or any person the right to go and search for public information or private information, bring it back to the YouTube platform, because that is what it's called, doxing, right? And if you guys don't understand what the doxing definition means, it means this definition: search for and publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with a malicious intent. And the reason I believe that Mike TV went and found this information was to pretty much prove that, okay, this person isn't who they say they were, but the case that he proved was a civil case. It wasn't a criminal case or anything like that. So that was my only criticism of the guy. I don't have any issue with him or anything like that, right? And he hasn't, you know, like, even if he has talked about me before, I don't really worry about that, right? But anyways, the real beef comes behind the fact that when both of these two YouTubers were against Just Pearly Things, a few days ago, it appears that Mike TV took his energy towards Sarah Garvey. Now, why is that important? Sarah Garvey was one of the guys that came after Just Pearly Things for, you know, trying to basically, in his own words, colonize him, give him a pretty like trash deal so she can make money off of his efforts and pretty much not give him anything, as he would call it, paying penance, right? But now what happened was Mike TV allegedly found some old movie, and this is not any kind of gay or pornographic movie, but it was a cinematic film in which Sarah Garvey in that film was an actor in playing a gay role. So Mike TV came out, put this information out about Mr. Sarah Garvey. Again, I don't think that Sarah Garvey had said anything about Mike TV or even knew who Mike TV was. And in response to that, it appears that Duke the Don questioned that, like, yo, why are you going after this guy for that particular reason? And it might have been other reasons why he said it, but he's like, look, you're going after this guy for a reason which has nothing to do with just Purdy things. This is about what she did, not about what Sarah Garvey did. And then it appears that, Duke the Don found some information that Mike TV also had engaged in some gay for play situation. I have not. I've seen a little bit of the clip. I don't know where it's at right now, so I'm not going to play it. But I will play what Duke the Don has to say here.
But you have a son. So obviously you're not gay. You're not getting the point of why people are spreading that video around. The reason people are spreading that video around is because you ran a show where you were basically gay for pay. That's undeniable, and you admitted that. But the irony is you went after Sarah Garvey over him, who we know is not gay, but acts gay for money. So you attacked a man, emasculated him for doing something you got exposed for doing. And when you get exposed, oh, guys, they're trying to distract from Melanie. Guys, we got to keep focused. No. Ever since I exposed Melanie King, okay, they're saying the gay stuff. They're trying to distract from the mission. Now it's time to distract from the mission when the tables are flipped on you, right? It's time to distract from the mission. What about when we were all united, the diaspora, going after Pearl and all these other in the manosphere? You broke that by turning against us and going into Sarah Garvey by using something like acting to insinuate that he's gay. We know he's not gay. He did that for pay, just like you, booty bandit. You a booty bandit for pay. He kisses guys for pay. The way I see it, you both are guilty of the same thing. I don't think you understand why people are laughing at you with that video. You don't see the hypocrisy because your brain is too small. You literally broke a movement, divided people by going after Sarah, and instead of taking down literally Pearl, the white woman who was responsible for making those racial comments, you gave her ammo to further destroy Sarah by calling him Sarah and emasculating him. So now the same thing is happening to you. You're going after Melanie, a black woman, by the way. This is different from the Sarah situation, because at least with Sarah's situation, we're going after someone with a colonial mindset, like Pearl, a white woman. But when it came to you going after another black woman, the way you're going after her, right? All of a sudden, this info pops up of you being gay for pay, being a booty bandit for pay. Oh, guys, I was just running the show. The full context is I was running the show. It was a show, okay? I was getting paid for it, okay? You can't shame me for that. Well, so was Sarah. He was getting paid to act. Y'all two were doing the same thing.
So Mike TV has had a lot to say. I'll play this clip about him talking about the Melanie King situation and about him talking about me to a certain point. And then we'll come back and talk later.
Keep it a buck. So y'all sure as hell didn't know that her ex-husband filed a lawsuit against her where he says that she stole their daughter's YouTube channels, rebranded them as the Melanie King channel, and then started pumping out adult content to little girls between the age of 4 and 10. Oh, wait, there's more. She also stole $126,000 on the corporate credit cards. Guys, they don't want you to know about this. They don't want you to see these documents. They don't want to hear what I have to say about Melanie King. Why? Because they want to protect. They want to deflect. They want to make sure that little old Mike doesn't destroy their whole manosphere empire. Guys, these same people who are trying to come after me, notice they're the same people that defended Pearl. These same people in the manosphere that defended a racist white bitch, they're now defending a woman that exploited her children, a woman that exploited children worldwide, a woman that was so untalented that she couldn't start her own YouTube channel. She had to steal her daughter's YouTube channels and then rebrand them as the Melanie King channel. Y'all, hold on real quick. because we ain't gonna get lost in the sauce. I'm gonna show the receipts on me and all that. But y'all, this is why they're talking the way they're talking about me right now. Let's read through some of this documentation. Now y'all see why they want to deflect so hard. Now y'all see why Melanie King is doing this damage control tour, going on Duke's show, going on my show, going on Tommy Sotomayor's show. She did some Melanie King Exposed live earlier today. The #1 simp and trick of the manosphere, O'Shea Duke Jackson, is putting out false info, claiming Melanie's doxxed.
Now, what I'd like to say now is getting a little personal, where I think Mike TV is calling Duke to Don a tether, which is basically because Duke to Don is a Nigerian American. And so now it's like, okay, I'm an FBA and I'm a tether. And then Duke to Don is releasing some information about Mike TV's criminal history in the past. And of course, I've heard that criminal history or some things about it before. I've never made a video on it. And really, I'm not here to bring up anybody's past. That's not why I'm making this video. The point of it is like, if you felt for whatever reason that Melanie King was doing X, Y, and Z, I felt like it was the most important thing is to deal with the behavior. Same thing with the Just Pearly thing situation. Now what you're seeing is, all right, well, let's fall out between both of us as YouTubers. And I think that Duke to Don felt like he was being disrespected. So now you have this whole like back and forth between the both of them. And it is getting, for their channel size, a whole lot of views. And then, you know, now like Mike TV is exposing his like own criminal record, trying to expose Duke to Don and vice versa. And the reality is this, like on YouTube, the situation is people need to leave their personal information just like out of it, right? And again, people have attacked me. I've had people like crank call numbers. They thought they were my mom, or people do that, or people give out your information online, put out your address online, people that you don't even know, put out your address online. And I think that a lot of that is like, in my honest opinion, that is like really weak, right? When people have to go and do that. If you're a content creator, just stick on like your positions. And again, if Melanie King, you guys feel like, or even Just Pearly Things, you have never once heard me in many videos I've made by Just Pearly Things, and you guys know I'm a complete pro-black. I've never put out, tried to get her information, have tried to put out anything, or look for stuff, or look for court cases against her, or anything. No public records. I've only went after what people said on GoFundMe, our videos people have made, all of that, you know? And I think at some particular point that it gets a little too personal in the black YouTube community. And then, I mean, it is entertaining as hell, but like, why does it have to be so personal, where like you're coming online and people trying to like, you know, put out your information and stuff like that? I think that as content creators, you know, that's just really it. And I've had some real big beefs on YouTube. I haven't never doxed anybody. Never. I've been doxxed before, and I mean, you're not gonna find nothing, but I just think that that's kind of weak. It was hella weak, you know? Just like, if you're gonna just go after somebody, just roast them or whatever, talk about them or whatever, talk about their behavior or whatever, but to go after and pull up stuff and like, let me pull this stuff out about this person, because the reality is what I found out. Here's the killer part. Their fans are still gonna like them regardless. There are guys I've seen that have like grape charges, right, on them, like convicted. And you would think that after seeing that, their fans wouldn't like it no more. It doesn't matter. Their fans are still going to like them. You're not going to stop them. You're not going to change people from liking their favorite YouTuber. I don't care what they did. They could be killers. They could be whatever. So it's pretty much a waste of time. And then you're really not getting out of the business, but you know, a lot of the business, because what you're doing is you're wasting like so much time on making like long streams and that really go nowhere. And then people start reporting your streams and all kind of crazy stuff like that. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this beef? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Chunk. Put your father, you do subscribe to the bell. We're out.